What's up, fine people?
All right. Shut it down.
Let me cut this off, and we ready to go.
All right, everybody, we are back in the building. Once again, if you don't know who I am, my name is Kel with Handlebars and Cigars. You can follow me on Instagram, and you also can follow me on YouTube at Handlebars and Cigars. And to my right,
William Hart from the world famous Cigars.
The world's famous Cigars. So look, everybody, we got an exciting show for you guys today. But before we get into that, let's just talk a little bit about the last episode. I think the last episode, actually, we went live.
We did go live.
That was a great episode. We got a lot of good feedback, a lot of comments from that episode. So guys, if you haven't had a chance to see that last episode, go back into my page, my channel, and check it out. We actually had a young lady here by the name of Nye, and she gave her perspective on cigar smoking from a female's point of view. And I tell you what, she was very knowledgeable.
Oh
and
yeah,
informed.
Gave us some good insight of Sisters of the Leaf, what they're smoking, what they're really asking for, not necessarily what's pushed on them.
Exactly.
So totally love that show. Love that show.
Oh, that show was awesome. And again, like I said, if you haven't had a chance, please go back and check that show out. It was great. All right, so quick shout outs to some of the people that dropped those comments. Again, you know, we had my man Jason, we had Shockproof, again, we had my man Kenny, all nothing but love in support of us.
I also want to thank all the guys from Sticks and Sips that watch. Love you guys. Mike, Kenneth, Sean, Douglas, Sheldon. If I'm forgetting you, I'm sorry, but we chat all the time, so appreciate you guys watching.
Yes. All right, so look, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into today's show. You ready for this?
Oh, this is going to be a new one for us.
Yes, this is going to be a new concept, a whole new thing for us. So what we're going to do today is that we had a friend of ours took some cigars and took the bands off. And he placed the cigars on our ashtrays.
Now, if you notice, they look the same, but none of those 5 were the exact same thing.
And what we're going to do here, we're going to go ahead and smoke the cigar and give our impressions. Now, the whole purpose behind all this is that one of the reasons why he took the bands off, in my opinion, I think a lot of times we rely a lot on our visual senses, more so than some of our other senses. And so if you see a cigar and you see the band that you normally smoke, that's going to kind of already set the table up for you on what you're going to expect with the cigar.
Not only that, but it's also, you know, the price point of the cigar, what you spent on it. It's got a certain connotation where you're already expecting something. This way, we have no idea what it is. I'm not even joking. Took the bands off, and all we can do is smell and taste, right?
Yeah.
And I will definitely try to figure out what I'm having. Kel likes to be a little mysterious, and he's like, you know, I don't even want to know what it is. I want to know if I'm going to enjoy it.
That's me. You hit it right on the head. I want to know if I'm going to enjoy it. But I tell you what.
Yeah, there's a certain aroma to this one. I'm telling you. I've smelled this before, obviously, because it came from the humidor, but I have no idea.
I tell you, mine is a darker wrapper. I don't know.
Line up next to his.
If it's a Maduro or something.
So we got pretty much the same length also. Mm-hmm. So that even keeps it even more interesting because it's like you can't really tell. Like, you know, when you have a small one of a Nika, obviously we're not going to pair a smaller cigar to a bigger cigar or Lancero because then, you know, there's only that many in a wheelhouse.
Yes.
So
I'm going to go ahead and do a dry.
I'm going to join you now.
I'm getting a little sweet.
So am I, though.
Oh, really?
I'm not even joking.
Maybe they was rubbing up against one another in the humidor or something, you know?
Yeah, maybe it was Jason's hands. He put some lotion on his hands. Yeah, I can't wait. I gotta like this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see what's going on here. Let's see. Plus, we're also gonna see like how well these burn. And now that I'm thinking about it, as I'm lighting it, I realize I left the AC on, so that's probably gonna give us a little feedback. I think I'm gonna turn that off.
Okay.
Alongside with the fan.
Not a problem.
Well, I can do the AC. Jason, if you wouldn't mind, it's the knob on the side of the fan, behind the fan. Thank you, sir. I think that quieted it down a little bit more so you can hear us a little better. I just realized that too.
Okay, so I can tell you what I'm not getting. Okay, I'm not getting no spice and no pepper for sure.
Yeah, it's the same here. I'm actually thinking this might be the La Habana from Drew Estate, like one of their original sticks that they came out with in the World Trade Center.
Okay.
When they had like that little booth. Not 100% certain. I mean, this is, I'm just getting started.
So me, I'm probably, to be honest, I'm not even trying to guess what this is. And for the fact is too, like I say, it may be a cigar I haven't even smoked. Once you get to a certain stage of sampling and trying different cigars, you know, we do have a tendency to kind of gravitate towards your usual or your rotations. You know, whether it's 2, 3, 4, 5, you know, rotation cigars. But this is something that's a little bit outside of my rotation.
How are you liking it though so far? Is it something you would smoke again, or?
So far I do. I mean, it is a mild.
Yeah, that's kind of the same with this one. I think it's midstream.
Yeah.
I really can't pick up the flavors that I'm getting.
Yes.
And I love that. But I love that, not knowing what you're having, that you're trying to pick what is it compared to, or what would I have had before that tastes like this?
And that goes back to what I was saying earlier. You know, by taking the bands off, you're like, okay, all right, boom, that's an X, you know, that's a Y, or whatever.
Yeah.
Now, with that visual aspect removed from it, you're relying more on your palate and your nose to kind of go through and kind of pick out some of the different things that's coming through the cigar.
See, and now I'm thinking, like, my first guess was that, but this could even be of my father. It could be an undercrown. I'm still on the fence on what it is, but this is what we were trying to do, is because they had bands on it, we know they're legit, but taking them off kind of gives us that blind taste test.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
You know, what's better, Coke or Pepsi? You don't know until, you know, they pull out.
Now, some of my older people there, y'all remember that? That reminds me of the old Archie Bunker episode when Meathead he was able to pick out Coke, Pepsi, and RC Cola on a blind taste test. Again, I'm telling my age.
I know, but I forgot about that episode. I've seen it.
I'm telling my age.
Hey, excuse the thunder and lightning. I mean, I saw it pick up on the mixer.
Yeah, okay.
So that's out there.
I am getting a little creamy coming through, you know.
Yeah, I'm not getting any sweetness anymore, but there's that smooth midstream smoke. So I think I'm gonna go back to my original. I think it's the original La Habana. We'll see how good my taste test is.
And I'm retrohelling the mess out of this joker. Trying to get something to come through.
Yeah, I can't retro hell, so you guys already know that. I'm gonna take a sip, maybe. I'm sorry for like all the silence, but
Yeah.
our minds are boggled at this point. But we got the soundtrack in the background, right?
Yeah.
The weather.
I'm not getting no dark chocolate.
See, I'm getting a kind of spice, but it's almost like a white peppery spice
Okay.
on mine. It's good. I just don't know what it is.
Yeah, it's definitely good smoke. And you asked the question before, would I smoke it again? Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I definitely will.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see where this would fit in. So while we're trying to figure this out, what you got been going on, like on the weekends, like since our last episode?
Oh, geez. This is, honeydews.
Yeah,
And I know you got some honeydews.
man. Luckily, I'm not the one doing the work. We
Yeah.
got somebody doing the work, but it's
Okay.
like bathrooms are getting done. And when I say bathrooms, I mean bathrooms. There's, I think, 3 that are happening at our house. So,
Good Lord.
man, the funny part was, it's like when we went to the tile place, I had to check my load on the bed of the truck to see the max capacity.
Yes.
My max capacity is 2,280 pounds. We had to pick up a pallet that was 2,200 pounds.
Oh, Lord. So you're
Luckily, I was still 80 pounds good.
Okay. Thank
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But yeah, that was pretty much my my weekend and my week so far. Yeah. Let's give it a second so that we can come back kind of where we were.
All right, and we're back. So, check out the ash on that. It is burning beautiful.
Likewise, mine just dropped. I mean, this was a stack. It was unbelievable. So I know I'm definitely, whatever this is, I'm going back to it. The only comments I would have, and I think we were talking during the little break, it's kind of mild for both of us.
Yes.
So this would
Agreed.
be our normal go-to because we want something a little heavier at times.
Correct.
This isn't a bad stick by any means. It's delicious. I wouldn't put a price point on it because I'll probably be way off anyway. But it's giving me a little creaminess. Not necessarily really creamy. It's just very smooth. And I guess that's what you get from like a medium stick to like light to medium. I think this is definitely on the medium side. But it's also giving me a little bit of oiliness. It's still there. Now, mine hasn't transitioned at all. It's exactly the same way it was when I first lit it. So, taste is exactly the same. Now on to you, Kel.
Well, I'm going to kind of echo some of the things you just said. I mean, it really maintained the same notes. It really didn't pick up on me. It's definitely, like you said too, this is a very mild cigar. I won't say light. It's definitely mild. It's got a couple of things kicking around in there. Definitely, like I said earlier, it would be something I would buy again. Price point, you mentioned price point. I don't know. I would probably.
Do you even want to gather?
Yeah.
Normally, I wouldn't even bother
Yeah.
because,
It
man,
is-
we're going to
it
be
is
way
what
off.
it is. Yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah.
But I think the most important thing is that it is a cigar that I enjoy, and also it's a cigar that I will smoke again. And that's, that goes for everything. That goes for you guys out there. It really shouldn't matter. The price point really shouldn't dictate or drive the cigar smoking experience.
Right.
For
It
you.
really shouldn't. I mean, you've got to experiment. I wouldn't say, go crazy with like some really high-end cigars just because of the name. And I think that's one of the reasons why we did this.
Exactly.
Because
Exactly.
we don't know, what these are yet. I mean, I've had my guess. We don't know yet. And
Yeah.
that's kind of the whole point of this.
Yeah.
And I kind of think you know, if you guys want to try to do this, have a friend of yours come by, you know, give them 5 sticks, something that's similar, like what we just did, kind of similar, so you don't really know what you gave them, and then try to figure out what it is. It's kind of enlightening because it's like, man, I really hope it's this, or I'm thinking it's this, and watch me be completely wrong, or you know, maybe my taste buds have developed and I actually nailed it. So we'll see. We'll see.
It is absolutely crazy. I'm glad we did this type of experiment, and I encourage everybody, like Will was saying, everybody out there, go ahead and try something like that, because I think you'll be also amazed too that if you just allow the cigar to be a cigar without all the other things that's attached to it, manufacturer, price point,
or even some hype behind it, like, this is going to be the best you've ever had,
exactly, since sliced bread or whatever,
right? And then you're having it, you know, and you're either disappointed for what you thought it might be, disappointed for what you paid for it. Who knows? But if you go in blind and you taste something and you're like, you know what, this is pretty good, like I wouldn't mind having this again. And like I said, and I know Kelvin said this too, he would definitely smoke this again. So that's a good thing.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's the main thing.
It is. Now here's a question I have for you, because we didn't discuss this yet. I noticed you just had to relight yours.
Yeah.
Okay, so I haven't had to relight mine at all. How's the draw on yours?
The draw is clean, but not ultra clean.
Okay.
But it is a clean draw. Like I use the V on there. And I'm
Same here.
Very partial to the V cut, but it is a clean draw. But it's not, like I said, it's not ultra.
Okay, so it's not completely, like, it's a little tight to
little resistance.
Okay, see, I have 0 resistance on mine.
Okay.
And maybe that's why it's just, I'm going through this faster than you are, and I think that's probably why, because I'm looking at yours. I mean, let's hold them up, just so you see the difference. Do you need, hold on. See what I mean? Like, it's just a little shorter at this point.
And also, I don't have a great, I have a good burn to it. I don't know if I might have overheated it a little bit.
See, because I just tapped mine, just to give you an idea.
And when you get that little nub on top, that means you got a great burn on the cigar.
I mean, this, I'm telling you, I'm loving this. I cannot wait to find out if I was right or wrong. And we're going to do that in a minute or two. Because we don't want to drag this out, but we definitely want to find out and give you the answer as to how our palates are, where we, in that right wheelhouse of what we normally have. So we'll see.
Yeah, absolutely. So switching gears a little bit, we wanted to share with you guys, the viewers, on what we were going to be doing, like, moving forward. I know there's a lot of things we want to do to kind of grow this channel, specifically the Cigar Chat segment of the channel. So we definitely rely on you guys to provide us with some feedback and some comments and what have you, good, bad, or indifferent, because we want to do better each and every time we go out and do this, first and foremost. And secondly, this is a passion for both of us. It's a hobby,
100%.
For both of us. So it's not like a situation that we are, trying to do this for, notoriety or anything like that. No, it's just two guys to enjoy each other's company, 2 cigars,
the
chat, conversation,
the
fellowship, and the drinking. And I think a lot of times cigars do that for people.
Yes.
It kind of brings conversation together. It brings, people together
100%.
from all walks of life. And it just brings a nice, well, I can't say healthy, but because you're smoking cigars, but it definitely brings a nice little atmosphere.
Brings a healthiness to the mind.
There you go.
How's that?
Healthiness to the mind. So we're gonna go ahead and hit this a little bit more. We're gonna try and get it down to that. You're already at your halfway point.
I'm at my halfway point,
and I'm closing in.
He's closing in. But I think what we want to say before we go on another break is we also would like to know commentary as far as, do you like our pre-recorded shows? Would you rather have us do more lives? If we do more lives, would you like more guests? Different guests? What kind of guests? You know, something different.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And right.
But we won't know unless you tell us.
Yeah. Tell us what you want to see. You want me to shut up? I'll shut up. That's not going to happen, by the way.
Yeah, we have too much fun shooting the breeze.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That we do.
Absolutely.
All right, we'll take another little break.
All right, we're gonna take a little
and then
break.
we'll get down a little further, and we'll let you know how that goes.
All right, y'all stay tuned for that.
We're back, and we're about to find out what we're actually smoking.
Yep.
Now I know, because we have someone here that picked out these cigars for us. Jason, thank you very much. He's off camera, so I do appreciate him being here, because without him, this wouldn't have been a legit challenge.
Yeah, exactly.
I know we were talking about what we're getting from this cigar.
Mm-hmm.
Normally, when there's a band on it, you know exactly what you're getting.
Exactly.
We're at a loss. We don't know what we're getting. Like, yes, I'm getting light medium smoke.
Yep.
Getting a perfect draw. I mean, still, my ash is exactly the way it was. A perfect draw, perfect burn. I do love this steak, so hopefully I'm right. I'm going to call it. I'm going to say it's the Drew Estate La Habana. My original thought on it, because it's not giving me anything but that.
Okay.
And I know out of the 5 sticks, it could have been, it still could be, you know, an Undercrown. It could be a My Father. It could be anything, but it's not giving me that. Like, I'm not getting different tastes from it. Yeah. So I'll hand it over.
All right. So I'm not going to guess what this is. What I can say is I would be very surprised if this was a cigar that I smoked before. That would shock me, because again, you know, I'm more in a medium full range, and this is not near that. So I would be definitely surprised if it was a cigar that I smoked before. You know, if I had $2 in my pocket, I'd put it on. This is probably a cigar I have not smoked before. So
with that
being said, let's go ahead and find out exactly what we are smoking. So, Mr. Jason, if you can.
Now, this is whose?
That's yours.
All right, so this is me.
Dun, dun, dun. Ooh. I'll hold it up.
It's the Pippin, right?
Yep.
My Father.
My Father.
And yes, I have not smoked this cigar before. I definitely have not smoked this cigar before.
But you definitely do it again.
Yeah, I definitely do it again. I've had some of My Fathers. I had, like I said, the Judge. What's the one that has the female?
Probably.
On the band. I always say it wrong. I think it's Laduva. And
yeah.
I smoked that. I smoked, you know, the Judge and a couple other ones, but the Jaime Garcia.
Okay.
I smoked that one, but no, I have not smoked.
Well, there you go.
Oh, Pippi Longstocking.
Pippi Longstocking. There you go. And
all
Jason,
right,
what do I got?
For Will?
Oh my God. I was right.
What?
Yeah. La Vieja Havana. Check it. I kind of thought it tasted like it.
The fix is in.
Oh, look at that.
The fix is in. He had it written on the inside of his hand. That's a good job, man. That's a real good job. I tell you, this experiment, it was good to go for me.
Yeah, same here. Like, you know, originally I thought that's what it tasted like, but then halfway through, even towards the end, the fact that it wasn't changing and the fact that it burned and it was a smooth draw, I knew it had to be medium. You know what I mean? So there's not that many medium sticks I've had. So I'm going through my Rolodex of what does this taste like? So that's kind of where I was at. I'm glad you never had that one and you were able to experience.
Yes.
You know what though? I don't think I've ever had that one.
Really?
So it's just potluck, you know, picking stuff out. Because I don't think you had this one either, right?
No, I have not.
So and this was just, you know, a blind taste test to see how we feel about it.
Yeah. So, you know, in our neck of the woods, I think the Pippin probably around $9-10, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Okay. Most likely, yeah. I think so.
And how about for your stick?
For the Jewel stick, I think this is because it was one of their earlier ones, if not the first one. I know they started with acid, but this was their first like regular. I think they're like maybe $6-7, so it's probably in the same price range.
Okay.
So there you have it, folks.
There you have it.
Yeah, and like we said before, if you get a chance to do this,
we strongly recommend.
I mean, this was a great process.
Yep. You know, sometimes, you know, don't trust your eyes. You know, trust your palate and your nose.
Yeah.
And you might be surprised, like we were.
Yeah.
On the cigars. And
I mean, no joke. I was sweating it because I was like, I wonder if I'm right.
Well, Will 1, Cal 0.
Until the next taste challenge.
Well, look, we're going to go ahead and sign off for today. We just kind of make this short and sweet. We just wanted to try this experiment and share our thoughts and comments with you guys. Again, please, by all means, if you like this comment that we have here on the channel, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time we drop a new video out. We're going to try and keep this on a weekly basis, so definitely stay tuned for that. We are, again, two guys have a passion for smoking cigars and having some adult beverages and also, you know, some great conversation. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. This is Cal again with Handlebars and Cigars. And I got my man with the plan,
Will Hart from the Cigars.
From the Cigarage. And as always, guys, I want y'all to be happy, be healthy, be safe, but more importantly, I want y'all to be easy. Till next time, peace.